There we're going live there. And we're going, yes, live on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Good morning, welcome to our Wednesday morning movement session. We're going to focus again on, put the emphasis again on the squats that we worked on last week. Such a great movement, such a great exercise. Remembering in these sessions, challenge yourself, get to your edge, but it's non-competitive, non-judgmental, but we do want to challenge ourselves a little bit, but making sure that you're not, if anything hurts, basically, if there's any pain in the body, that you stop. And one of the great ways to monitor whether you're pushing too hard, whether you're straining, whether you're overstretching, is with the breath. So unless I say to you in a particular movement or in a particular position, I want us to hold the breath, I want you to keep breathing through the movements. Let's start off with a little bit of a warm-up where we're working the spine. So taking your feet shoulder width apart and then just rotating through the spine. Oh, I got a few cracks straight away then. Lifting and lengthening the spine, softening into the hips, softening into the knees, softening into the ankles. Breathing normally, easily, without even thinking about it, in and out through the nose. Always works to have in mind, very simple principle from Qigong, is the idea of being connected to the ground, grounded and connected through the feet, and then lifted and lengthened through the spine, connecting to the sky through the crown of the head. So you're grounded, stable, strong through the base, and then light and lifted through the upper body. Shoulders are relaxed. Face is relaxed. If you feel at any point that you need to do a slightly fuller breath and let go, that's absolutely fine. No restrictions. We don't want to restrict or tighten anything. Just keep going. I forgot to put my clock on the screen, so keep going there, and then I can see the clock. There we go. Otherwise I'll be here till 10 o'clock. And then just slowing it down into water waves. So it's like you've got a little bit of resistance in the air around you, so you're pushing the air away. So spiraling, softening into the fingers, to the joints, into the wrists, into the elbows. Get that spiral through the elbow, through the shoulder. And take a rest. Stand tall, just bring your feet together. Stand tall for a moment. Give a little move around, shake out if you need to. And then we're going to go wider apart with the feet. Let's stay, if we can, with the feet parallel. So the feet facing forwards. If that's pulling too much on the hips and the knees, then just turn the feet out a little bit. But if you can stay with the feet parallel. And then we're just going to sit back. So 16th of a squat. We're just about to sit. Got our pelvis parallel to the ground. We're going to slide side to side. When we slide side to side, this leg straightens. And this knee is going slightly over the front foot there, side to side. So because we've got our feet turned in a little bit, it's giving us a little bit more torque on the ankles. Now, if that hurts, turn your feet out. And keep at the same level. So I'm not lifting up and down. I'm not coming up and down. I'm just gliding side to side. We've got that T shape, we've got the pelvis, we've got the spine upright. Spine is upright. You're connected to the sky through the crown of the head. Got that movement going. If there's any pain in the knees, in the hips, stop. But you will be getting like a torque or a twist through the knee in a good way and through the ankles. And then we're just going to bring in knocking. Good, nice and smooth. If anything is jarring, hurting, if there's any pain, you stop. If there's just a slight tightness, then work through that. You really start to feel strength in the legs. And if you keep that upper body light and lifted, it takes the weight off the legs as well. It keeps it nice and light and lifted. Slow it down. And then come up to standing, walk the legs together and have a little bit of a shake out. Just let the breath settle. And then we're going to go back out to wide stance. Go as wide as you comfortably can. This time we're just going to turn the feet out and we're going to do our little standing horse stance, our standing posture. So we're going to slide down the legs. So you've just got your hands resting on the thighs there, above the knees. And then we're going to drop down and bring your forearms onto the thighs, and then from there you're going to tilt the pelvis, so you're going to lift the upper body up, keep low, so you're really squeezing the glutes, the legs, squeeze all the muscles around. So we're doing this first to start off with, and then you can connect, set the shoulders, back is long, and breathe. Keep breathing. You come up whenever you are ready. It's not a competition. But you really have to engage and squeeze all the leg muscles, grounded, stable and strong through the lower body, nice and light and lifted through the upper body. Shoulders are nice and solid but not locked and rigid. It's about strength and softness, and we are breathing. Can we stay there a few more moments? Find that edge where it feels like uncomfortable, but stay that little bit longer. Make sure you're still breathing. And then when you're ready, you can come up, walk the feet together. And you might need a good shake out of the legs there. So let's shake out the legs. and then come shoulder width apart. And spinal cord, breathing in, breathing out. Here, tilting the pelvis, so getting that movement through the pelvis, spilling out the front of the pelvis as we breathe in, and tucking the tailbone under, squeezing the glutes as you breathe out, bringing the elbows together as you breathe out. Going at your own rhythm. Breath is in and out through the nose, not forced. Lengthen that inhale as you breathe in, lengthen the exhale as you breathe out. Let's do 2 more. And then rest. Bring your feet together. Shake out. Let's do a little bit with the hips and just some movement through the hip. Again, if you have any problems with the hips, if anything hurts, you stop. It's nice and balanced. We're working on balance, but we're working on hip as well. We've done before where we've literally just done the leg swing. I want to do a little bit more control work as we're balancing. So we're going to stand on one leg. If you need to use something to stabilize, that's absolutely fine. So if you have a table or anything like that, because balance is part of the practice, part of this movement. But the focus is on what we're doing with the opposite leg. So if you can balance, that's great. Just without holding on to anything. If you want to use your arms, if you want to use that idea of the 2 tigers, or if you just want to hold on to something, that's absolutely fine. But we're going to balance on one leg. We're going to raise the opposite leg. And when we do this, I'm just going to come to the side so you can see. Just make sure that we're not doing that. So we keep that spine long and we raise the leg. And then from there, I'll come back around this way. We're raising the leg, keeping that spine long. We're going to open up the hip as far as you can. And again, I'm not taking that whole body with me. I've got my hips facing forward. We open up the hip and then we tilt that heel upwards and take the leg backwards. So it's and please don't do this if you've got anything behind you. Do it slowly, but it's like kicking something behind you, and please don't kick anything or a hole in the wall or anything behind you. And then we repeat that, bring that forwards, open up, and then you lift the heel so you get that nice rotation. I'm doing it on my tighter hip side. There's a nice clunk, and then you take that hip backwards. And then let's do again. Lift, keep lifting tall there. Open, lift the heel, take the leg backwards, and then see if we can get it into a nice flowing movement. Let's do one more on this side. And again, use your arms to counterbalance. And then take a rest. Let's do the same the other side. So let your breath settle. Balance. Keep tall. So remember lifting tall. Knee up. Open the hip, keeping the pelvis facing forwards. Then lift the heel up. I've got much more range of motion on this side. Back, kick back without kicking back. Lift, open, lift the heel, move back, and then see if we can get it into a nice smooth. Couple more. And then shake out. It's quite a nice one to do. Let's just do the leg swing as well after that. So balance in and then just swing. Something that we haven't really done in these sessions, only because it can be a little bit awkward, particularly when we're on camera, online, and floor space, is some floor work. But I do want to put in a couple of upper body exercises, because we're really strengthening the lower body, and you might even feel it now. It's like I'm doing loads of strength on here. I need to push something. So you might get that feeling that you need to push something. So let's do a little bit of pushing, but I want to use the same principles that we're using when we're doing the slow squats, is doing a press up, but doing it really slowly. So let's do 2 press ups, but very, 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 very slow. Now you can either go directly onto the floor, or you can use a wall. Can you still see me there? You won't be able to see me on Instagram because I just walked off the camera. So you can use a wall. So I would, rather than going on your knees, I know sometimes you can do press ups on your knees on the floor. I prefer to do it at an incline, just so you're not putting a load or pressure on the knees. So you can do it on a work surface as long as you're not pushing, as long as that work surface is not going to slide. If you don't have space to do it now, just watch, and then you go away and do it after we've done the session. So I'm going to do it on the floor. So we come down to the floor. Hopefully, let me just check the camera there that you can see me. So I'm going to come down onto the floor, and I'm going to take my feet back, nice and long through the spine, and just take your palms nice and solid on the ground, 4 fingers pointing forwards, shoulders strong, and we're just going to go really slowly. See if we can get as far down as you can. And again, this is the challenging bit. Coming up. And you can have a little pause there. And then we go again. Slow. See how low you can get. And then can you slowly, whoa, that's tough, come up. And then safely come back up slowly to standing. So you get that idea of, again, there's 2 ways to intensify a movement. One is to speed it up. The other is to slow it down. The great thing about slowing that movement down is, wow, is it challenging, because you're spending that time under tension. But if there's anything goes wrong, you stop. If you're doing stuff fast and suddenly your back goes, or your leg goes, or your arm goes, you're not in control. So the more you can control that movement in a nice slow way, it's still very strong, as you felt if you managed to get all the way down and all the way up. And it's great because you're spending that time under tension. I just feel because we're doing some nice strong stuff with the lower body, you need to add that little bit in with the upper body. If you just watch that, go away and have a little play after we've done this. And as I say, incline, if you've got a sofa, as long as it's not going to slide away, or if you're outside, you've got a wall, you can do that, but just go really slow, bring the chest down. And this is the bit where it's easy just to go, oh, I need to push myself up, and use the breath. Slowly pushing yourself up. Good, have a little shake out. Same thing with the squat. So we'll do tiger squats. So we're going to go really slow. And you're just breathing naturally. You don't have to breathe with the movement. Just breathe easily in and out through the nose. And then this is the bit where it's easy just to throw yourself up, but come up slowly. So really squeeze all the muscles around the bones. Standing tall. Make sure you stand tall at the top. Make sure you lengthen up at the top. Let's go again. Let me just keep going. I just want to Zoom for some reason has disappeared and I want to be able to see everybody on Zoom. There we go. So slow. Keep that chest lifted, chest lifted, chest lifted. Good. Some of you are already coming back up. That's good. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Stand tall, open the chest, open here, open the shoulders without force. Don't want anything forcing, but open. Go again. Really engage the fingers. Keeps the back nice and strong. Lovely. Can we get that little bit deeper? But keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Let's lift. Imagine you're lifting something up here. Lift, 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 lift. And then take a rest. What was interesting there is, this is quite nice as we're coming up. But what I felt, if we're doing this, you can still sort of end up being down here. If you imagine you're lifting something, it just opens the chest a little bit. So bring the elbows together, you're down there and you're lifting something up. It just helps with that upper body bit. Have a little shake out. Let's do we'll do it with the combination of as if you were doing like Buddha holds up the earth. So here we're coming up. Again, what is nice about this is it opens that upper body there. So you're lifting, and then as you're coming up, so as you're going down, you're doing Buddha holds up the earth. So you're going chest, you're getting low, and you're lifting. And then as you're coming back up, slow. Again, that's a nice way of really keeping that chest open. Can you get that a little bit lower? Did I see Christine looking at your watch then? I can see you. She's going, how many more of these have we got to do? Sorry. Let's do one more. Breathe. And then take a rest, have a little shake out. We'll combine the two, the squat and that press. We've done this before. Again, if you haven't got the space, just watch this and it's something that you can put in when we've finished the session, when you have that little bit of space. But I'm going to show you from the side. And we squat down, we go slow. And then we put one hand down, and then we just crawl forwards. Now I'm going to just move back a little bit, because I know on Instagram I'll be halfway out of the camera there. So we crawl forwards, and then when we do the press up, you've got one hand in front of the other hand there. So you do an angled press, slowly, and then bring the hips back, hand back, hand back. I'm just going to move forward, so I'm in the middle of the camera. You're there. Then you can lift your goblet up again, so then you can come back up. So we're combining the squat with the press up. I might come do it forwards as well, just so hopefully we can see everything on Instagram. If you haven't got the space, don't do it. Remember also, if it's challenging to get down onto the floor, you can do it onto a surface, so you can do it onto a wall, push away from the wall. And it's not about straining, it's about having that fluidity of the movement. It's about challenging yourself. It's about breathing through the movement. So I'd much rather you do it at an angle where you're breathing, where there's fluidity, where there's smoothness, as opposed to forcing or straining to try and get on the floor. It's not going to work that. You want to be just at that right level that is challenging, but you still got that fluidity of movement, you still got that fluidity of breath. So let's go. Hopefully I've got enough space here. Slowly down. And if we start with the right hand forwards, so you reach to the floor with the right hand, you reach the floor with the left hand, you step forwards again with the right hand, and then you do a nice slow press, and then bringing your hips back, step back with the right hand, step back with the left hand, you're in that squat position. And then let's do goblet, coming back up. I don't know whether you saw me on the camera there, but you're all on the floor anyway, so nobody can look at the camera. Let's go the other side. So this time you're going to lead with the left hand. So you've got to get low on the squat, and then we're leading left hand, right hand, left hand, press, and then folding the hips back. It's very easy just to throw yourself back, but I want you to be in control of every part of the movement, and then come back up. Oh, that feels good. Have a good shake out. Let's have a shake, 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 shake. So a bit of cleansing and clearing with the breath. So breathing in and that feels good, shaking the shoulders out after we've just done all that work on the floor as well, shaking the hips out, shaking the legs out, tapping your heels into the ground. Sun's come out, which is lovely, but I can't see anything. And then slow it down. Take your feet shoulder width. Open up the palms. A couple of nice full calm breaths, breathing in. Deep down here, breathing out. Breathing in, pulling down the sky. Breathing out. A moment of bamboo in the wind, palms onto the lower abs, onto the lower down chin, closing your eyes. Just letting the body gently rock and sway. It needs a bit of bamboo in the wind after our little practice this morning. And then taking a nice, calm, full breath in. Opening your eyes. Giving yourself a gentle brush down. Shake out. Good, excellent. Hopefully that's woken you up and it feels good. You might ache a little bit, but that's fine as long as nothing hurts. Wow, that sun is nice and bright. Watch out on Instagram and Facebook because we're going to do, if you want to join in, we're going to do a 2-minute hang challenge. Because I've noticed personally that I used to do a bit of hanging, but now I'm doing it every day and I'm building up to 2 minutes a day. It makes such a difference with that spine position, the shoulders, etc. So I'll do a few little videos. We can have a little play around with that. And if you want to join in, we'll have a little 2-minute a day hang challenge. And if you've got any other ideas or any other challenges you want to do, then just give me a shout. Sorry, we've gone over time a little bit today, but have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you on Monday, where we'll focus a little bit more on the breath, a little bit more calm, a little bit more relaxing. Have a good day. See you. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. I can't see the screen.